Calamity lore, are the gods actually guilty? So, what information do we have to go off of? So, we have the lore pieces, which, in lore, are written by Yharim, so kind of a little bit biased, you know. The bestiary, however, is an objective source of information that we can depend on, and then we can fill in a lot of the blanks with information from the actual lore writer himself, because I finally realized he's in the Discord. So the Crimson Incorruption is the main thing that Yharim points to as proof that the gods are sinful, because this is what happened when he left the gods to fester after killing them. And he says that the mere existence of this putrid place proves the gods of old were beyond redemption. And you know what? I will say, the gods that were killed here were probably bad. And we'll go into that a bit more later. But Yharim is not entirely wrong. These ones were bad. Providence. In a time lost to memory, there were 4 visionaries. With righteous fury, they slew a dragon, and their leader gorged herself upon its auric soul of flame. The world is without guidance, and its people are filled with darkness, she said. There was silence until Providence spoke once more. Let us go forth and light the world anew, and it was so. And this might give the impression that Providence is trying to do a good thing. She isn't. Yharim's actually pretty spot on with this one, because Providence is hell-bent on purification through erasure, aka just burning everything to sinless ash, and it's probably safe to conclude that Providence isn't a very good person. Now, on the other hand, Atanu, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, was the former goddess of electricity who founded and looked over Ilmaris alongside the god of the seas, and ultimately stuck by to help defend it when Calamity came to incinerate the place. And the dragon that Atanu originally got the soul from was actually already almost dead when Atanu found them. And, I mean, overall, everything considered, she is probably one of the best gods from a moral standpoint. Now, Silva is kind of weird because she consumed the auric soul of the dragon of life and became the goddess of life. And as she's in the abyss, she's trying to spread her influence throughout the area, hence the planning watch and all of that. And as an elemental, Yharim has kind of an extra reason to hate her because of what happened in Azapure. But, yeah, we don't really know what happened when Silva absorbed the auric soul. We don't know what led to this. So, we can't really say 100% for sure, but we can probably say for now that they're good. Now, the Slime God is a really weird case because they got their soul from the Dragon of Gluttony, who is kind of pretty bad. And despite that, they intentionally forbid themselves from growing out of control to maintain the balance of the world. They used the Crimulan and Ebonian Paladins as a counterweight to its own purity. And actually, when it tried to make a hollow Valium Paladin, it got overtaken by its own Paladin, which, imagine. So, Slime God is much more of a moral balance. It's probably more good than bad, but overall, it's probably equal. Now, the Hollow, we don't get Yharim's perspective on the Hollow. Surprisingly, there is no Hollow lore item, and so we pretty much have to go off of dev quotes. Like this one, where it says that the Hollow was created from relatively good gods. And we know that the gods that were in the Hollow were sealed inside of the wall of flesh. Now, Yharim could have easily done this on purpose. Although, to be fair, we don't know how good the Hollow gods were. We just know they were good comparatively. So, Xerok, I'm not going to get too much into Xerok lore because I already have a video on it, but they betrayed the Dragon King Zeratos and became the first and most powerful god, and even though it's possible that they have a motive for this beyond just wanting to have unlimited power, we can probably say that their intentions aren't pure, because, I mean, they literally betrayed the entirety of Dragonkind and led to their genocide. Now, conclusion, The morality of a god seems to be somewhat determined and influenced by who absorbed the soul, and what domain the dragon was, like Providence and fire. And Yharim is likely intentionally spreading the lie that every god is inherently sinful, using the Crimson and Corruption as a key example. However, we can't be certain that he's doing it to manipulate people, or if he actually genuinely believes this, and he refuses to look closer. Anyway, sub or leave a comment or some.